Hey guys, what is up? It's me, Patch, and today we're going to be doing the very first episode of my new series, the PITCAST. So, the PITCAST is your weekly news for the Pit. So, essentially, this video is going to be a little different than the rest of them because I'm going to be explaining how things are going to work as we go through the news. So, it's going to be divided up into a few segments every week. So first we have our sponsors. So this week's sponsors, we have Crql's Mystic Well. So Crql's Mystic Well is a Pit remake. You guys should definitely check it out. Thank you so much, Crql, for sponsoring the first episode of the PITCAST. So, anyways, moving on to the news, alright? So, the first thing we have is the Blue Hat server source code. So, a lot of you guys know about the Blue Hat server, but anyways, the server, they released the source code recently for it, so you guys can use the source code for it to make your own Pit server. Alright, so this has been a problem for some time. Peroxide 1 was better, actually, than Peroxide 3, the Tier 3 version of it. And until recently, it had been very annoying, so they finally got that fixed. So that's pretty awesome. Next, we have the Pit Update 1.1.0 idea by LogicSoba. So it's pretty cool idea in a nutshell. Here it says a fresh new quest, totems, the chief and the artisan, and fixing Peroxide 1, which makes me wonder, are they actually going to be putting this out, or is it just an idea? Because that just happened. So just speculating here, not 100% sure. But anyways, in this hidden cave in autumn, which, guys, that is the seasons map, so if this gets out, it'd be pretty cool because it's adding new content to old maps. Anyways, you'll find the chief who will trust you with a trial. So you do this trial, right, and you can end up getting these totems, which are really cool. Here's one of them. Take minus 40% damage for 5 seconds if you take more than 5 hearts in one hit. So that's a pretty good totem right there. There's Ink Bottle. Receive an additional plus 10% gold from contracts, max 50%. Pretty cool. And many more. And then you have this other new NPC called the Artisan, who will make you empty totems, which can then be turned into these totems by completing quests. So that's a pretty solid idea. Next, we have the mini pit. So Marulu, on their housing, made this awesome miniature pit, and it's really cool. They also announced afterwards that they're hosting major and minor events, giving temporary gear or buffs and stuff, and it's a really cool, like, really clean looking map. They definitely put a lot of effort into it, so you guys should definitely check that out. It's really good. Next, we have Pitfall. Pitfall just hit 1,000 subscribers, so GG, congratulations to you. That's pretty awesome. 1,000 is a pretty big checkpoint for a YouTuber, so GG. So next we have something I'm working on, right? So I announced it a few days ago. Actually, it was a week ago. I'm working on the official lore for the pit. So this is going to be really cool. So essentially, it turned out it was going to be kind of a smaller thing, but as I just kept getting into it, it just got bigger and bigger. So guys, you can expect a pretty long read, but guys, I guarantee you guys it is going to be worth the wait and the long read. I should have that finished by probably next week. Alright, LogicSoba here again with the release of his new texture pack, the Logpack, with some pretty great looking textures. I mean, look at that. Those are some clean textures. He hinted at it before, but here it is, guys. It looks good. It's kind of a cartoony almost texture, but it just looks really good. The Pit library. This is our next thing. So this is a thread I made. Essentially, this is a catalog of all of these stories people have made of the Pit. So if you guys want to have your story added, just hit that reply button and drop the link to the thread, and I'll put it in here. We already have a lot of stories by people like LogicSoba, TamOfTheDragons, Eternal, and more. You can see there's several stories in there. I mean, look at that. Each person has like 2, except for them. And then I'll put you guys in the credits too. So really excited for that. I'm hoping eventually we'll get like a lot more in there, and it'll get pinned, just so an easy way for you to get to all of the stories in the Pit. This isn't exactly news, but this is just like a really profound moment. LogicSoba posted this. Doesn't milk counter venom? And later someone says something that they tested it and it doesn't actually, but it gets you thinking. Milk should counter venom. I mean, really. And here we have the guide to the prices of all mystics. Now, LogicSoba posted this on May 23rd, and it's still not finished, but it is still going strong with 62 pages, and it's still on the front page of the Pit forums. It's a really solid thread with great info about prices. So that's just pretty awesome thread. You guys should definitely check that out. By the way, all of the links are in the description below, so definitely check that out. Everything is in the description below. So CowWow, a very well-known member of the forums, just hit 2,000 messages. So congratulations to you, CowWow. That's pretty big. So, and now every week we're going to have a featured Pit player. So you guys can actually get featured by going to my server, link below, and going down here to this, oh, not down there. Go over here to the PITCAST right here. The link to this server is below. Go to get featured. Nothing's here yet, but you go there, and you guys have to have at least 50 hours on the Pit. That's the only requirement, and I will feature you and talk a little about you. So TamOfTheDragons actually made the art for the thumbnail for this video, so you can check out the full animation right here. It's a pretty awesome animation, and he let me use one of the frames for it for the thumbnail for this video, so you guys should definitely check them out. The link to Tam's YouTube channel is in the description below, guys. Check that out. It's really awesome. So so Tam hasn't been in the Pit too long, but they have already put some pretty solid stuff in the Pit forums. So you got this short story here, around 1,600 words. It's a pretty good story. You guys should definitely read it. There's another story here. It's the second of this one. And they've also put in this resource, which is a pretty good resource, Pit lingo and what it means. Now, if you go over here to their Pit Panda, you'll see it's just what you'd expect from a Prestige 7. Nothing extraordinary, just around what you'd expect from a Prestige 7. So, anyways, so, oh, that got downloaded. So guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of the PITCAST. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to check in every week for a new episode of the PITCAST. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. This is Patch on the weekly PITCAST signing off. Adios.